Welcome back to Explain America. This is your host, Kyle Becker. Well, a criminal case that was forefront at the 2024 election, it is in peril. That is because a federal court has just issued a massive ruling on behalf of Donald Trump, who was a defendant in that case and is now president of the United States. Before we get into this story, please like, share, and comment at Explain America. Join us. We appreciate your support for common sense journalism. A U.S. appeals court on Thursday revived President Donald Trump's bid to dismiss his criminal conviction, ruling that the president can move the case out of a New York State court. Now, of course, we know that SDNY has been one of the most corrupt court districts in the United States. This is a case that was brought by disgraced New York Attorney General Letitia James, who has her own legal troubles to deal with at this point in time. And this case was born bad from the very beginning, and an appeals court has cast a lot of doubt on the merits of this case. First of all, the court under Judge Juan Merchan proceeded with a lot of suspect motions and actions, and the judge there, Juan Merchan, he deprived the jury of seeing details about the underlying so-called conspiracy in the case. And the criminal charges that were brought forth, well, you had to boggle the mind there to stretch your imagination about why this was a criminal case, given that nobody even really knew who the victims were, because the state of New York claimed that, well, the public was the victim. But this is, again, regarding a business matter, and the parties in the business matter, they denied that there were actually anyone who was a clear victim in the case. So this was a sham trial from the very beginning, and as soon as Donald Trump won the presidency, it became clear what it was all about. It was lawfare, it was election interference, and now an appeals court, it has decided that Trump can get a fair trial in another court district, and let's hope it moves somewhere where the judges are impartial and the jury is given proper instructions, and we can get a truly worthwhile appeal here where Trump gets his due process and they rule on the merits, because, well, this case, it looked like a complete hoax from the beginning. Letitia James, she set out to get Donald Trump. She was grasping at straws. This was the best she could find at the bottom of a dumpster. She dug it up, dusted it off, and brought it to trial, and now it's in danger of being really imperiled. So please weigh in with your thoughts about this big case. Let's hope that Donald Trump can get his appeals granted, and weigh in with your own thoughts. We appreciate hearing from you at Explain America.